Hello, my very dear friends, my very dear comrade, my very dear veteran, my very dear brother in arms, ex-brother in arms. Okay, first of all, on behalf of my name, which is Mario Bernier, on behalf of my wife and my family, and all my friend veterans, okay, I would like to take this opportunity to tell you that the Charter of 2006 for Veterans Affairs Canada is a total bullshit, okay? Just lately, I have been refused a claim that they had referred to the new charter, okay? So the new charter is for the Liberals or the government to make money out of our own pocket, okay? We did pay for those claims while we were in service, you know? And how come the government is taking that money away from us, you know? I'm kind of surprised to see that happening today, you know, because it is not fair. When we, joined the army, it was on a voluntary basis, okay, basic. And, it's not the army who did come to my home and got me to join the army. No, it's not the case. I was still at school when the army came and got me. And when I joined, I was extremely happy because while I was at school, I was watching the military vehicle passing by the school, okay? So I was happy to see those vehicles. And also, I was extremely proud. My pride was high to wear the military uniform. But the military uniform, has a big word, because when you have people wearing turban and uniform, it's not a uniform anymore, it's a costume, you know. So this is the way I see it, because in the army, in the future, you will see all kind of people wearing religious sign, and that they won't be able to take it away from them. And the real worst of it, Mr. Justin Trudeau hired 4 Muslim or people wearing turban in his government. He's not right to do it, because we have a lot of chief of defense staff that retired and would have been a good minister, would have been good ministers, okay? Especially, I have no name in mind, but I know we had a lot of chief of defense staff that could have been a better minister than Mr. Harjit Sajjan, because Mr. Harjit Sajjan was a lieutenant colonel in the reserve, and I have nothing else. I have nothing against the reserve myself, because the reserve is also the army, okay? They're also military. But when you have a reservist that is wearing a turban and is a lieutenant colonel, and then after that he retired and goes Minister of National Defense, it's not right at all, okay? We all know that, and we all approve that Mr. Harjit Sajjan should not be a minister, especially a Minister of National Defense, because there is a big conflict of interest, in 1995, when they arrested me, during that month, I had raised a grievance against CND, and the provost marshal hired an ex-sergeant of the RCMP to investigate my case. So, if you think well of it, an RCMP retired investigating on military police, which is federal as well, there's a big conflict of interest, because an ex-RCMP member investigating on military police make no sense to me, because at the very beginning I knew on what side the RCMP was going to take. It was the military police, for sure, I know I keep telling because I'm assuming that all of what the Minister of National Defense is doing right now is not doing it right. When he lied in India, saying that he was the architect of the war for Afghanistan, well, it was a lie, a total lie, you know. He did apologize for his lies in the Chamber of Commons, but that was not enough, okay? Not enough because the public knew it. Because when he went on the television show, we saw Arjit Sajjan lying in his own country, in India, and you know, it's not fair, it's not good at all, you know, because that's pure bullshit, okay? When you think of it, it's pure bullshit. My case, to me, my own case, you know, is becoming huge. It's becoming extremely large right now. When come the election time, Mr. Trudeau, you will see that my name weight on balance, you know, because, you know, I will be against you big time, and I will make sure the public realize that your Minister of National Defense act not accordingly with the rules, because he bypassed the rules because he's a minister, okay? All minister does the same fucking shit. They bypass the rules in Canada, okay? But you know, the Minister of National Defense, Mr. Arjun Sajjan, is a person like you and I. When he go to the toilet, when he go for a shit, you know, his shit wrapped in the paper? I don't think so. He shit the same thing than you and I do, you know. But it's extremely, the rule are shit, you know. Myself, I don't believe to any kind of justice in Canada, because the justice in Canada is totally crooked. Same thing as all the minister and the member of parliament. They're all crooked, you know. I don't believe those people anymore, okay. Before, yes, but not now, because I know how they are acting. They are acting like young kids, and they're acting like a dummy, and they are acting like zombies, you know. Myself, you know about cyber war? Well, I know a lot about cyber war, because two of them, I stopped them. I stopped two of them, and they were coming very close to us here, and I did stop them. But now, cyber war, I'm only going to be joining cyber war because, not because I want to make shit, not because I want to create problem in Canada, not at all, because I did protect the Canada a lot, even though the Canada had hired a hacker to make sure that those things don't happen. I'm extremely sorry, but the hacker that you hired, there are people above them. I'm one of them, okay? So you have to be careful. I'm telling you, you have to be real careful. I'm not going to attack Canada, okay? Even though I have the power to do it, I will never attack Canada, because Canada is my own country and Quebec is my own province. I will never do shit about them, you know. I will never do it. Never, never, never. I've learned that stuff while I was in service, on my own time, not D&D time, on my own time. I've learned this stuff when I retired, and when I retired, I joined a huge group which is called a Legion, but I won't pronounce the name, because the government don't need to know that name, and that name, that group, or whatever you call it, Legion, never did nothing for the Canada, okay, except sending messages to the Prime Minister, sending messages to the Minister of each province. They did do it because it was right, okay. But anyways, I just want to tell you that my case is becoming bigger and bigger and bigger all the time, and it is up to the government, the Liberal of Mr. Justin Trudeau, to act accordingly with my problem, my own problem. My own problem was caused by the military police and has to be solved by the government right now, because the government owns the military police, the government owns the national defense, so they have to react accordingly, and I will be pleased to know that if they can react according to the laws, according to my own case, I will be extremely happy. And also, I would like to thank every one of you who's trying to help me. For the people who don't know what to do with my case, it's not hard. I'm not asking the moon to you, you know. The only thing I want from you is to make sure that every people know on the planet, not the planet but the country. I just need to know, I just want to know that you spread my case on the country, you know, across the country from east to west. I need to know, I need many people to know my case, and I would like to thank you very much in advance to do what I just asked you, to spread my case across the country. And also, you can be sure that if I ever get something from the federal, you can be sure that I will make sure that I meet you. I need to meet you all because you are all my friends, and I'm willing to go from east to west, traveling to meet your people, you know. Many people are at west, and many people are at east, you know, and I am willing to meet you. I would like to thank you so much to watch this video, and you can be sure that you're gonna get more video in any opportune time. Thank you very much.